Alright, people, it's your boy Spankdog, aka Puffinstein at YouTube. Comment, share, subscribe. You already know BC Spankdog at Instagram, Robert Lopez at Facebook. You can now drop comments on Facebook. I didn't know that you had to connect Facebook comments to the StreamYard. So now if you leave a comment on Facebook, I'll be able to see it along with the YouTube comments. Just so you. Alright, people. So I haven't been doing lives as much lately. I've been working more on edits, and those are the things: souls of sports, souls of hip hop, edits when I go out, even gaming. Those are all edits. But the souls of sports and the souls of hip hop do pretty good for me. When the music videos, that's like my bread and butter. But like I said, I don't want to stay blocked into one zone. For that, I'd make a channel for a specific niche. You know what I'm saying? But this is my channel. This is about me and everything. All right, we're going to get into the video. All right, this is my man, Minutes of Horror. You know what I'm saying? It's one of my favorite channels. And even though he put out a video recently, I had seen the video from the day before, and I thought it was good. So I'm going to share that one with you guys first. Looks like everything's set up. Let's go.
We are going to be looking at some disturbing videos, strange and odd news stories, and as always, let's go ahead and get right into today's video. So to be fair, I did it anyway. If you don't know what I'm talking about, it had to do with a woman taking off all her clothes inside an airport.
It's good because he breaks down the other video in this video, so you're watching two in one. I wanted you guys to see this. This one's really good. Now, listen, like I said, man, I do the YouTube channel and I do it to try to earn money the correct way. And that's, in my opinion, being monetized and getting enough views where you end up getting a check from being partnered with YouTube. Now, if people want to give donations, that's up to them. I don't ask. And I'll definitely guarantee you that I'm not doing as good as this pastor. Now, the pastor does work himself. People come to him for advice and so on and so forth. But it's not only that I don't feel right asking, it's that I just don't think. It depends on your situation. Now, if this man has a Rolls Royce, think whatever he collects should go maybe more to the poverty stricken than to his Rolls Royce. But I'm going to let Minutes of Horror take over. I just wanted to check the audio real quick, make sure everybody can hear me. You know, the most important thing. I don't know this man. You know what I'm saying? I don't knock the hustle. I don't know if it's a hustle even. You know, need a place to go to advice. And some people believe every dollar they donate is worth every penny. You know, who am I to argue with them? You know, there's a lot of people out there that would look at this and frown upon it. Me, still, you know, there's plenty of times. There's times where I've seen ministers and it's obvious what they're doing is wrong. But I can't say that about this man because I haven't seen a lot of him. But he's not making a good first impression. You know, you see this, you tell me what you think about it. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, a little undecided about this particular pastor. You tell me what you guys think. See, I don't know if these people have two nickels to rub together or not. I don't know if that's true. Like what he said, for you know, rolls up there is you know what I mean. But said I just put it like this: he's getting 40,000 right now. How much of that is he gonna make sure goes to the people that don't have? You know, he gonna take for his living, and then what is he gonna take and give to the poverty stricken? You know, on how often it's happening too. If this is happening daily or weekly, you know, it takes 5,000, 10,000. That's $10,000 a week. You know, if he gives the other 30,000 away, then he's taking, let's say, 10 for himself and giving 30 to the poor. Now, $10,000 a week is a hefty paycheck. You get what I'm saying? So, you know, was taking in 48,000 a week. I would be giving away probably, you know, the of the church, let's say, take 5 instead of 10. I don't know what he's taking. You get what I'm saying? Now, let's say he's taking 20. Let's say he's taking 30 and giving 10 to the poor. Now, like I said, this is all speculatory. I don't know how much of the 40,000 that he just raised is going in his pocket and how much is going to the poor. This is as good as mine. I guarantee you, if I got 40 grand donated and it was raised in the name of helping people, almost every penny would go to the poor, and I'd take what I need to live just perfectly. You know what I mean? That doesn't include mansions and yachts. He said there's a horror element. He's right though. There is an evil element to certain pastors taking all that bread and having these immaculate cars, clothes, homes, and that giving them definitely ain't living like that. You know what I'm saying? But yes, there is an evil to it, and there are pastors out there that are evil, and they hide behind no. This one is wild. This story, so I believe that that guy was framed just like Luigi Mangione. I mean, no, I couldn't tell you confidently. The fact of the matter is all this AI and all these genetic testings and STEM technology is becoming so advanced. Listen, guys, check out the quantum documentary. I'm telling you, I don't know what people think when they see that I did the hour and a half long quantum documentary. I'm telling you, I'm not the kind of person that talks what he doesn't know. I got good information. I put it in the hour and a half long documentary because it's that, an hour and a half doesn't even cover quantum physics, quantum entanglement, be quantum technology, you know, quantum chips, the Sycamore and Willow, I believe, are utilizing quantum microchips. I don't believe it's a quantum computer. You understand what I'm saying? But don't think just because I'm not a quantum physicist that I can't present to you guys good information about how quantum is. Fully understand it. I'm not acting like I'm Sheldon from Big Bang Theory, but the quantum technology that is coming is going to change things tremendously. So, check quantum documentary. I made it nice so that you guys would enjoy it. The visuals really, really nice. Well, but anyway, if you guys think that they framed Luigi or framed this guy right here, drop a comment. To this guy, I didn't like with Luigi. A part of me wondered if framed or if he was really guilty. But with this man, I never really thought like that until recently. I heard murmurs about them saying that, oh, they set him up. So let me minutes of takeover. Rest in peace to all the people that passed away. People didn't like the CEO, or the medical. I forget what he was the CEO of exactly, but I know a lot of people. They're not fond of people who hold those positions. You get what I'm saying? So I couldn't tell you if they're innocent or guilty, but I can say rest in peace to the 4 young people right there, and rest in peace even to the guy who holds the position that they people hated him because he was the head of a big health corporation or whatever. But I still say rest in peace. I did not know that man. There's a really good channel. It's called Minutes of Horror. I'm gonna give him his like right now. I didn't hit like yet. I'm subscribed. You could do the same if you want. Like I said, when I people and I react to people, I'm echoing their sentiment. It's not just me reacting. It's also me co-signing what you're saying. If I show a video, then that means I'm kind of into the point where what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? All right. Also, I forgot to tell you guys, I brought this video on also because there were portals. They're called portals, but it's deep holes. But they were found seen over. So they tried to dismiss it by saying something. But Mom does Minutes of Horror. He's good at what he does. He found out that 15 years ago over like Norway, or I forget the country, there was a portal looking. It's what we saw the other day over England, and he's like, explain this one. This is the one. See, he's laughing. Why would you? They sent out studies. They sent out kits to people. They actually might have paid for this kit. That's even worse. You spit the kit, and you send it back to them, and now they have your DNA. Why would you put your DNA in a database? And it's to the point where they could clone people, where they can do AI deep fakes. Now is not the time to be giving up your genetics, because you for it. It's even worse if you paid them to give them your DNA. So he's cracking up. He said a lot of people did it because they wanted to find out if they had royalty and lineage. Let's give him a little rewind. He's hysterical now. Look at this picture. Fortenberg. If they want to, if you're a child or you're gonna have a child, and they want to take DNA from your child just for rec, I wouldn't be with it. So I've only one child, and they did not ask me for his DNA, so I wouldn't believe that my son's DNA is in a database. But be on P's and Q's. I mean, listen, I'm in the mix right now. I'm not, doing. You know what I'm saying? So like, if the case, they say a person that is walking in narrow shouldn't worry. That's not true. Even never done a crime in your life, even jaywalked, you still shouldn't be okay with your DNA being in a database without your permission. You know. This is Project Bluebeam. These are the people. Remember when I told you that they were saying they seen drones and they stopped, but now they still see orbs. And there's this that looks like a flying octopus. I don't know if you guys have seen it or not, but it was a point where I was almost 100% sold on, like, oh wow, come to know. And read about Project Bluebeam, I was happy because it evened me back out, because I shouldn't have been so. It's then when I read that Project Bluebeam is saying that they're gonna try to get you to believe in an alien invasion, I started saying to myself, well, isn't that a coincidence? I'm over here on the verge. They got me ready to fool, in aliens. And, Project comes out of nowhere and says, hey, listen, they're going to try to get you to believe in aliens. And I'm like, I'm glad I heard that, because even though I don't know what's going on, there could be aliens, maybe there isn't, I feel where they say that there is aliens for sure. And then I've heard scientists, some of the smartest scientists, out that what happened with humans is such a rarity that it would, if there is life, it's galaxies and galaxies. Like, let's say it was the Big Bang. Like, for the Big Bang to happen again somewhere else is like impossible. So, but like I said, I don't want everybody to jump on me. I don't know. I believe that there's other life somewhere out there, but they had that they were here already. And I'm not saying they're not, but I'm not saying that they are neither. I'm still just open mind, and I'm not like a Project Bluebeam. I'm just happy that they snapped me out of it, because they were making me see and hear so many things that I started to believe what I see on the TV and what I hear and read, but I haven't never sensed it with my own senses. I've never seen it. I've never heard it. I've never touched it. So how am I so quick to believe in it just because they say so? You get what I'm saying? So, don't be too just jump on the it's true, it's true. There is the portal that appeared above England. And then when they said that um um that was a one of a kind, he brought up the fact that it had happened 15 years ago. And you see the thing he's talking about, and it looks identical. And then he gives you even another example. 3 times we've seen this thing that's been documented. Let's see if this is the episode. I hope I got the right one. Yes, they're saying that underneath the pyramids of Giza, Not only is there underground tunnels that they go far, and I'm not gonna quote anything, but I've heard up to the size of five twin towers, the size of towers. Listen, if you even travel down the size of one twin tower, that's incredible. So you could go down five twin towers. How like let's say the twin was a mile tall, that's 5 miles down. That's insane, you know. So I'm gonna let back over. See, I wasn't sure if it was the video, but it is. That's exactly the part. I said it and he said it right after. If you've been watching this as long as I have, this was all leading up to something like when I started like in seeing everything. So they started talking about Antarctica, and they found new pyramids, and that they found underground tunnels under the Giza and everything. They started about Stargates. And there's even a company called Stargate that's about to be, it's massive already. Gonna probably be more heard of in the up and coming future. But Stargate, what is Stargate? It's a portal, and then they that in the music videos and the entertainment industry, they've been showing a lot of Stargate imagery, like like porthole, you know what I'm saying? And he said that like they're trying to get you ready for something. There's stuff coming out of it. Wow. You see, now this is the kind of stuff that makes me wonder. But I also tell you people that they have satellites up in the sky down below. I don't know what kind of light shows they could put on in our skies. So I don't know if that's a light show or if that's actual objects in the sky that if they got close enough we'd be able to touch them, you know. But said so much that I would love to know if they are tangible. I'm not talking about the drones. I'm talking about the orbs, talking about the flying octopuses. I'm talking about all the other stuff. I would love to see something like that up close and personal. Maybe I wouldn't. I don't know. Right, real quick, I want to interrupt him. I wanted to let him finish. Now, they're saying that quantum consents other worlds and other parallel universes and that quantum is so it could retrieve and send audio to other galaxies. And literally they report that either Sycamore or Willow or something like that had detected a parallel universe. And it's freaky. I'm like I said, tangled up doing a bunch of stuff. I'm not gonna get into details about why I couldn't, take care of it. Part of it was editing my series. There was other on, but now I'm back and I'm gonna cover the stuff that I wanted to cover, and I'm definitely gonna find that quantum piece where they say that quantum was sensing parallel universe, sensing a parallel, remote viewing. I don't know if you people have ever seen Men Who Stare at, but that's based on a real CIA operation that utilizes remote viewing, I believe. Don't quote me, but yeah, Men Who Stare at is about how silly remote viewing, but in all actuality, remote viewing might be a real thing. All right, guys. So you already know what it is. Minutes of Father. All right. I'm definitely gonna come on in a second. Yo, you seen the light of England, and that's not exactly the that I wanted to show you guys. There's one where it comes spiraling from out of the, and it comes up into the sky. And wow, said you just never know what's being projected and what is tangible, meaning maybe they can shoot a light show from up above where the satellites are and down below where there are other projectors, and maybe they're putting things in this that are really actually light shows of some sort, but they got it where it looks like it's something that's like actually something touch, but I'm back. I'm gonna get off for a second. I'm gonna come back on. I want to cover another episode of either one of the the Minutes of Horror. I think the other channel is Voyager, and that's the one that has the forgot what it was I was telling you that I wanted to show. Oh, the quantum, that it could sense a parallel universe. So, but anyway, it's your Spankdog. It's early. Kids are going to school and everything, and you're about to hear horns and people. Where I live, it gets loud once it hits like 8 o'clock. So, but yeah, I'm gonna come on. I gotta help my lady with my wife. I gotta help my lady with my son get ready for school to get him on the bus, and then I'll be back on with the other live. It's your boy Spankdog. You already know. Much love. I'm out of here.